everyone, whether you identify a problem or you develop a research question, first of all, you need to have a literature survey. You need some data. You need to some qualitative report, or you can say some literature you required to see that whether the same thing has been carried out by another person or not. And for that, earlier what happened, what I heard from my senior or my teacher, my professor, they told they used to sit hours in the library. It's talking about physical library. But nowadays, particularly in the pandemic, we all know that we all are in a digital forum also. So similarly, we're not required to go physical library. Yes, library has a lot of importance, but most of the time we are comfortable to go digital library because digital library is convenient. Digital library is time saving, so we can get a lot of data with a fraction of second. So so when you got about the data, we'll go for search engine. Okay, and we basically see internet is one of the major thing through which we can search our data. Okay, so with this I'll keep the next. But what happened, what is the problem with the internet? We know that internet is a big thing where we are get a lot of information at a time, or we can say we are in the information overload era. So we cannot say we cannot choose which is right option for us or which is wrong option for us. We need to have proper clarity. We need to have proper skill to choose the right among the list of literatures available. I can found a beautiful peak from the internet. Here I want to show that we are all now living in the era of pandemic. We can say COVID-19 is affected all of us, not only India but also world. But there is also another disease, another pandemic. I call them as an infodemic. As you see that COVID has spread all over the world, but prior to that, there is another thing which is already spreaded, and which speed is also more than the COVID also. As you see in my slide, that is infodemic. That is means the information, the speed of information. And when I'm talking about speed of information, there may be some information which are not relevant, which are not reliable, which are not understandable. So we need to take care of that. Information is not required. We require qualitative information. We require reliable information. We require relevant information as well as which is understandable information. So when you talk about the information, there may be some search engine, as you know that you can go to that search engine, you can find that. But what happened when you go to search engine, that there are n number of things you can find. Suppose you click COVID-19 right now in the Google, you can find thousands of article, web pages, videos are available. But it's not necessary that you are going to use all of this material, all of the things in your subsequent research or in your study area. So what you need to do, you need to search a specific thing which is required in your study. And most of the time, even I also experienced during my master in my post graduation also, I search many things, but I got little things. Sometimes you spend hours to search a particular thing, but when you get the things, you can find that most of the things are duplicate, and same thing, same file can be represented in a different manner. And sometimes also, I also experience the same thing. When I search things, sometimes I not get actually what I want. Okay. So for that, what you required one right destination, number one. Number two is that even if you get the right destination, right strategy, right? Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So what right destination? As we are all researcher, we all know that some people are privileged with some good research institution or some research facility. Like some institution have we can say some good database, whether it is a Web of Science, whether it is a Science Direct, Scopus, ProQuest, like that. These are some of the destination which help you to get your proper data, your specific data in an easy manner. But we also need to accept the fact that all, even including me, we are not fortunate to get all such facilities. So normally, as a normal researcher, as a layman, we normally depend upon the open source softwares or open source database from where we are get our data, right? But even if whether it is a open source software or you are getting in a like a premium version of database like Web of Science or Scopus, the thing is that the right destination is also not sufficient. We need to make right strategy so that we will get the right information, right? So I'm not taking that you will get the right destination only Web of Science or Scopus are the right destination. They are, we can say, more upgraded destination, upgraded facility where you can get more relevant data. But compared to that, if you talk about some open source software, open source database like Google or some search engine I will talk about, even there also you are not able to get your data properly if you are not using your right strategy. So there are some strategy. If you use that strategy, you can get very good number of data, even open sources also, as well as in the premium databases also. So what are the strategy? First, we'll talk about that, because I strongly believe whatever I faced in my this research career, that initially I will read some bad article or some downgraded article. So if I get some, if my input is not good and I'm trying to make my output is a beautiful, it's next to impossible kind of thing. So what I need to do initially as a researcher, we need to choose the right sources, right material. And if we work on that, obviously we can able to produce a good qualitative output. So the first step start with a search. Okay. So this strategy is not necessarily used for only open source software or open source database. This is also applicable to all the premium databases. So first of all, I will discuss about Boolean strategy, right? Then I will talk about a parenthesis, phrase searching, use of Google Advanced Search, because this is most useful, and some open source search engine also, right? And one thing I can tell you that this is not only the, these are the only thing where you can find. There are other things are also there, but due to time constraint, I only want to highlight some of the important thing which you can use in your day-to-day life. And I can also give acknowledgement to domain of library science. Particularly, I am using these things from the library. I borrowed these things from library science domain. When I face this problem, I search in the internet and I talk to many library science friends and their professors, and I get to know that yes, these are the tools also we can apply in our versatile domain of research, whether it is humanities, whether it is management, in social science or science also. So what is Boolean strategy, or we can say Boolean logic or operator? Boolean logic operator is consists of three things. As you see in my slide, one is and, another is or, another is not. Okay. So you may be thinking that why we use Boolean operators, right? As I already told you, these are the strategy. If I use this strategy, I can make my search more comprehensive, more specific. And as you see in my slide, also I mentioned that to focus a search, particularly when your topic contains a multiple search item, and to narrow down your research. Okay. And when you're using these three operators, that is and, or not, please note that these are all capital in letter, as also I am already reflected in my slide also. So these are all capital in letter. So how to use that? First, let's talk about the and. So in your search engine, I will first talk about the basic concept, then I will have a live demonstration also how you can use these operators in by searching your article. I'll show that also. So what is and? And you can use the and when you want to narrow down. We want a particular research, just like I mentioned my narrow down my search. As you see, I have want to show you three we can say round. So one round is talking about cloning, another is ethics, another is humans. But we want a article, or we want our search output which consists of all three things together, not one by one. But what happens if you go to Google and if you search cloning, ethics, or human, even if you use and, small and or comma, it can give you n number of results in which there may be somewhere, there may be clone is used, somewhere ethics is used, somewhere humans are maybe used. But if you use and, what will happen? You will get exactly that article where you can get three things together. As you see this gray area, this common area, just like that, you will get that things. So you can use and in your search. Just for example, you are searching uh, profitability and productivity. You can use profitability space A and D capital and then you use productivity in your search, whether it is a Google or a Google Scholar, any search bar, whether it is a Web of Science also, you can get exactly that article which consists of only productivity and profitability. So that is fast Boolean strategy. Then you can use OR also. What do you mean by OR? It will give your research area broad. For example, we are all now running with the COVID. Some of you may be interested to work. But what happens? Some article are using pandemic, some article are using COVID, some article are using novel coronavirus. So it's not necessary if you use search in only one word like pandemic, you may be going to miss some of the article which is based on COVID-19 name. So what you need to do, you need to just search COVID-19 or capital OR in pandemic. You can get the data. I will demonstrate all the things. Have some patience. Okay, some of participants raise hand I can see, but kindly wait. I will demonstrate that also. Right. So or basically help you to get more data. Then last one is not. Not means it will give you distinction. Use not in search which exclude from your search. Okay, narrow your search, telling the database ignore the concept. To suppose you know that suppose capital structure and farm value is over researched, right? Suppose if you search capital structure and farm value will come. Kindly excuse me because most of my example are from finance or commerce domain or managed domain. Maybe I don't know, some of participant maybe other domain may be joined, but as I am from that villain, so I'm just giving some illustrative or hypothetical example. Kindly bear with me, but you can apply the same philosophy, same concept in your domain also, right? So let me give a simple example. Suppose you are searching GDP and inflation, right? But you want an article which includes the GDP but not inflation, for example. So you may write like GDP not inflation. It will give you that article which is only include the GDP not the inflation. So it is the kind of wording in which you can filter your search. But you also note one thing, but sometimes because of some algorithm issue or some technical error, sometimes it will not work properly. Suppose somebody challenged me, sir, I saw the profitability and growth, and as you said that it should give only profitability, but I found one article it also included the growth. So in that case, I can say that it's the theory and it's a practical based, and from that whatever our experience I am telling. But some cases because of algorithm or because of some issue, it may give sometimes wrong result. But majority time it will give that kind of thing. Okay, so because of that also there are some other tools of search has been developed. That's why we are not only rely upon the Boolean strategy, but yes, often it will help you, right? So I hope you clear these three strategies. So what we talk about this Boolean, I will go back again. Just Boolean logic or Boolean operator means it is one of the technique or strategy through which we can make our search more specific, more reliable, and more specific data we can get. And there are three Boolean operators are there. One is and, another is or, another is operator. But all these character are capital in nature. Okay. Then we talk about parenthesis, right? What is parenthesis? Parenthesis means it will help you to identify a particular word or case. If you put bracket or you can say inverted comma, you can get astonished. Maybe some of you know that, but when I firstly know this, I get astonished that you can get exactly a specific amount of data. So it will give you more narrow down research. Maybe you will not get a particular article on that. Maybe you get, but sometimes what will happen, it will filter your large number to a particular limited number where you can able to more it filter manually also. So you can use parenthesis also. Next is in your phrase searching also. In phrase, the same as your parenthesis, but here you use plus sign or minus sign to use your what you say, like article or your research output, like corporate governance plus cash holding, I can search. Or you can say corporate governance, I exclude, just like not, I can exclude the profitability also, so it will give me a result. Like, so let's have some demonstration, you maybe get that result. Can you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen? Uday sir?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's a normal Google. I'm not talking about any POS database also. I'll try to demonstrate you what we have discussed. Suppose you can see I'm searching productivity and not capital and, for example, let me first product productivity and profitability. Sorry, right? Sorry. Now you can see within 0.45 second we can get 6 crore 7 lakh something data. Okay, so it's a very huge. Now I will use one. You can get maybe some same data. Okay, now I will use bracket. You can see it come down to 84,000, 84 lakhs 50,000, right? Some number you can see that one is crore, another is lakhs, means there is a huge difference. Similarly, you can use or also. I hope you will get more data, but okay, it will give you, yes, it will give more data. Similarly, you can use not. These things you can experiment also from your own end also. You can see now it is came down to 1,470. Okay, that is the same terminology, but here I can get some more relevant result. But point to know that here I have used that both Boolean operator as well as parenthesis. Why? Because most of the time the library science domain or the researcher are recommended always use parenthesis. It will make you more specific. If I use only Boolean, may not be that much of relevant, but if you use that kind of parenthesis or bracket, it will give you a more comprehensive result, right? So this is the basic thing you can narrow down your research in if you search anything that you can do. So I'll not go into illustrate. You can illustrate the, because I'm just highlighting, just igniting. The same thing you can apply in your home also. You can see the result. So what are the next? Next, I'm going to talk about the Google Advanced Search. You can type in Google Advanced Search. I will provide all the material to you. I will hand over to Dr. Padhi. He will share to all of you. But so don't worry about the material. I will provide to all of you. So as you see, there is a Google Advanced Search also. If you type in Google search engine, Google Advanced Search, you can able to get that. Here I am already, because of the time constraint, I already opened that file. Now, Google Advanced Search give you more specific data. It will give you a good experience rather than the typing. There are some fields are already free exist. No need to worry about that. As you see in my slide, if you see all these words, this means just like my aunt. Exact phrase means where I am using that parenthesis I am using. See, exactly same here also. Any of these words like or, none of these words like number ranging from, like that. So these you give you also again more specific. So I appreciate all of you use this Google Advanced Search in your day-to-day search. You can save your time and you can get more qualitative. For example, I'm searching again profitability and productivity. Right. I can use, and it's not required maybe because it's already there. If I can use the parentheses in here because I'm habituated to use that, that's why I'm using, but you cannot use. You can see I'm getting 26,000 something. If I back again, if I use let experiment with parentheses also, maybe I will get double. That means it is sometimes Google also not give you. Let us experiment with another thing. Product. Then I will not use profitability. You can see minus symbol is already there, and it will give some only profitability data. Maybe there are huge number of data, but you can see there is a changing in numbers, right? So Google Advanced Search also, one of the good thing is that suppose you want only PDF, and you can say there are also some other use like file type. Suppose you want only PDF, you can choose PDF, or suppose sometimes you search for PPT for your class or something, you can search also. There may be some PPT file also there. So same thing you can search here also, like hyphen PPT or colon PPT. But Google Advanced Search, it will help you some give you more adequate data, right? So let me go ahead with. Is my slide visible to you? Yes. So Google Advanced Search, I think we have already discussed. Then there is another search engine. There are some popular open source engine are also there. I will demonstrate all these things quickly so that you can know how to exactly get some good qualitative data. Then only you can use Manly or any software on that, that will be make some sense. Or else if I get some not qualitative data, I'm trying to work on that, that doesn't make any sense, right? So one is your Microsoft Academics, which you can also use. Another is your googlescholar.com, right? Which most of the time we are using. There is also another good website. These are all free. There's Knowledge Map, Semantic Error, Get the Search, and Lens Organization, right? So I will show you one by one. So first one is your Microsoft Academics. Just go to Google. I'm going to share all links in my manual you can get. So normally we know that Google Scholar is the best search engine where we can get lot of data. But yes, you may be right, but there are some other sites are also there which can give you more filter option, which can give you more reliable data than the Google Scholar also. For example, here you can search cash holdings, right? Suppose this is the keyword I'm just searching. What is the beauty of this Microsoft Academics? You can find that it will give you a lot of article, but what is the thing is that here you can another filter where you can save your time, like you can frame like on 940 or like that, and it will more comprehensive because it's only meant for academic. That's why it will give you 1828 only result. But here you can find some topics which is related to in your area. Suppose I want to work on cash holdings and I put that keyword, and you can see I can see some relevant similar topic like cash management, operating cash flow, cash holdings. So it will give you more filter. Okay, if I check on that, it may be again filtered to my data, right? As you see, then you can see what kind of data you are searching. It may be publication type or other or repository or only patent article. That is also. And another thing is that here also you can get. So this, unless until you are not going for bibliometric analysis, you are not going to this kind of data in a normal search engine, provided if it has not that kind of facilities. But here you can find which is the best author or likely to be best in your area. So you can approach him or her to collaborative for a collaborative work, or you can take guidance of that fellow. So top author option is also there. Then top journal also there. Many times even I also experienced, I get sometimes confused which journal I will send and what is the right journal for me, what is the best journal for me. But here no need to search. You can find that which article maximum work is done on your topic. As you see that if I talk about cash holdings, you can see Journal of Financial Economics have highest publication on the topic cash holding, followed by National Bureau of Economics like the Journal of Corporate Finance. So you can know that, and if you filter on that also, you can get only article which belongs to Journal of Financial Economics. So that is the one other good thing you can find in that. Then publications type also I have talked about, and top institution also you can see which institution. Suppose you are a PhD scholar, or you are already completed your PhD, or you are MPhil scholar, you want to pursue your career, you want to pursue your PDF or like that. You can also get that which institution is working on my area. You can go to institution. For example, you are working on cash holding for which you record a specific type of data, and you can find most of the people are working on data, but that data is not easily available. But what happened, here you can find these are the institutions which are working on my area. That means maybe they have that database or like that. So you can approach their faculties or any authority, or you can have a visit that institution. Maybe sometimes if it is available in India, or you can find any network is available, you can get that data. So that is a good thing you can find in Microsoft Academics, right? And here you can cite also directly. You can cite just like Google Scholar. There's a cite option. There is another good thing that is sort by relevance. Suppose this article, the order of article has arranged as per my relevance. I can rearrange it as per my newest to first also. You can see number may be same, but the arrangement has been changed. Similarly, you can change your view option also. There are other things are there. You can just experiment. What is you can explore that database. Similarly, there is another tool is there, Google Scholar. As all of you know that, just I'm putting the same word, maybe cash holdings. Google Scholar, all of you know that. Here also we can filter, but as you see, the Microsoft Academics have more feature than the Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is a good tool, we are using that, but what is the problem or limitation of Google Scholar is that it can give you duplicate files also. Suppose I can have my own account in Google Scholar. I can publish 2 articles in the same name, but you may get number of articles at a time, but that article may be duplicate. So that is the problem with Google Scholar, but still we can refer that Google Scholar. You can use this option for citation, and you can also find related article with that, and you can directly go visit the website of that relevant article is available. Then Open Knowledge Map. There's another site, but I can recommend you kindly visit this website if you are doing research on any topic. If you are writing thesis or any article, at least use this article. It will help you a lot in a lot manner. Okay. So as you see, the map of research or map a research topic, there are 2 options available. Initially, there is a PubMed and there is a Base. PubMed basically used for life science people, but we can use like Base of all discipline, right? And if you search, suppose I'm searching cash holdings. Now you can see what the good thing coming. Maybe some take some few seconds. Okay, I think my screen is visible. Okay, I think you can see a lot of boxes, round boxes are available, right? Maybe some of senior research scholar and faculties are also there. I think they have experienced that. Or when you, as a research scholar, when you reading your paper, you can see most of the time when you writing your literature review, you can find some most of the literature review, some article, they are writing on section wise. For example, I'm working on cash holdings, then my literature review maybe start, suppose my literature review in the section 2, maybe 2.1, I can start like cash holding farm value. Another point 2.2, I can review like cash holding corporate governance, cash holding capital structure. Like that, I can make different sections. Okay. And normally what I require to do, I first search the article, then again I will differentiate all the article according to the same base, then I need to write. Or suppose I am searching a particular topic, and while fixing up my objective, I can fix my objective on different dimensions. Suppose I'm working on the corporate governance, I can correlate the corporate governance on the farm value, corporate governance on capital structure. There I need to think. Okay, but what is the beauty of this open knowledge map, that it will give you exactly the segregation. So it will work for you, it will make your work more easier. As you see that the bigger circle means you can find that most of the article has done on that also. Another thing is that here also you can find where is the gap. Means suppose you are searching on FDI and you can find this kind of box, then you can find that which is the small box. That means related to FDI, this article has a less number of work. You can work on that topic, and you can, that means this is not over research. There is still scope for research. Okay, you can see this is the big box, and there is an article like excess of cash holding. If I click on that, you can see it is giving all articles which on that. Okay, it is also showing first article is about cash and cash equivalent holdings companies in India, does number block matter like 2005. Similarly, this is the article. And if you click hit on a particular article, it is also available in the right side. You can download it, or if it is a paid also, you can go to the appropriate website. Or if it is not available, it's not right to say in the public forum, but I can say, because most of our scholars which are not aware about that, they are lacking in that. There is a website known as SCI Hub. Okay, it will unlock all the paid journals. So you can go to that SCI Hub site. You can just paste the link. You can able to download all the premium article also there, even if your organization not accessing that journal. That I have seen that some of the scholars also following that way. So that is one suggestion. Those who are not privileged of getting premium. So like that, you can have some boxes, you can use that. Similarly, there is another website like Semantic Scholar. I'm not going to detail all these things. It is just like the Google Scholar. Here also on the code thing that you can get more filters, right? If you search this, I'm not going to search all the article, because if I search, then we'll miss our main focus on Mendeley. That's why I'm just giving you ideas so that you can experiment in your time. Similarly, there is another website known as Get the Research. Okay, what are the advantages of this website? It will filter out and it will only give you peer-reviewed research papers. But what happens in general search engine, we maybe get some article which are not that much of standard. I can say it will give you good article, only peer-reviewed. So it will make you some more your data more qualitative, which will help you in searching your literature, right? Maybe I switch over to my slide. All right. I think my slides is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is all about that open source search engine. So whatever till now, what we understood that in the research, first we need to get good qualitative of input. Okay, that input is your literature, and it's not necessary that we must have a premium database, then only we can do research. There are some open source also there. You can go to that, you can search that article, which make your research. So this is the first step, we must careful about that. And while searching that search engine, there are some strategies like Boolean or like parenthesis, we can use that to make our research more specific.